Hi everybody, Jared Johnson here with Day Traders FX. In this video, we're going to talk about how to execute a trade on Metatrader 4. How to open a trade, how to close a trade, some of the different functions and features that we have there. So in the last video, we kind of just talked about the overview, where some of the basic buttons are on Metatrader, how to kind of navigate your way around just a little bit, some of that stuff. In this video, we're going to talk about how to put a trade on. So when our account is open and it's in front of us and we've got the basics and the details right here, remember we want to be able to see our terminal. If for some reason you're saying, hey, I'm watching this video, I don't have a terminal, nothing is down here, go up to this button right there. If I hold my cursor over it, it says terminal and it says Control+T. You can also hit that to open up the terminal. But under the terminal, or excuse me, in the terminal, is where we're going to be able to find our open trade. So you just click on that button right there, and that will pull up the terminal for you. If you're looking up here and you're saying, I'm missing a lot of buttons that you have in this video, right? You can just go to View, and you can make sure that your status bar and your chart bar have check marks next to them. You can also go to Toolbars here, and if you're missing any of the buttons that I have, you just want to make sure that standard charts, line studies, and time frames all have check marks next to them, as well as status bar and charts bar. Okay? So that'll show you all the basic buttons that I've got here. Okay, if we are ready to put a new trade on, just a good old manual entry, we're going to start that by number one, making sure we have our terminal open down here and we're on the trade tab. Number two, we're going to go here to new order. Makes sense, right? New order. So I'm going to click on new order and that's going to pull up the currency pair of whatever chart I have open. So if I have the Euro Yen open, and it doesn't matter the time frame, it's just looking at whatever currency I have open. If I have the Euro Yen open, it's going to by default pull up the Euro Yen. Now I can of course switch that to any other currency I want here, but it's best to trade on the chart that you're looking at so you can see the trade go on and not make any mistakes. If I am going into the Euro Yen, I'm going to look at a couple of things. Number one, my trade size. Now, we're going to have a specific video on trade size, so don't worry about that too much, but this is the smallest trade size you can do on Metatrader. That's 0.01. That's equivalent to about 10 cents per pip, give or take a little bit. And so that's called a micro lot. And a micro lot is that you can click on this and you can see that it gets bigger quicker. The best thing to do is just select. You know, you can just type in there and you can just delete and type in whatever you want. If you want to trade around $1 a pip, that is 0.10, and that's around $1 a pip, and so on. So you can just type in whatever numbers you want. You can also, if you know beforehand the price you want your stop loss at and your profit target, you can put that in there. We're getting into Euro Yen. Let's say that we're going to buy Euro Yen and it's sitting here at just about 12600. So let's say I want to give this a 50 pip stop loss. I'm going to go 125.50 for my stop loss, and my profit target, let's say we're going to go for 100 pips, I'm going to go 12700. Now if I just, so my stop loss is in place, that's about 50 pips below the buy entry, and that's about 100 pips below or above the buy entry for about 100 pip profit target and a 50 pip stop loss. If I'm going to buy this to trade it higher, I'm going to put in just buy by market. If I'm okay getting in right where it's at, I'm going to do a buy by market. Click on that blue button. That's going to execute the trade immediately. And we can put that on just like this. And you can see this. I'm on a 4-hour chart, so it's a little bit of a larger time frame, but you can see that the order is now in my trade tab. Down here it tells the date that it got in. It's a buy order. It's 0.10 size. It's Euro Yen. My entry price 125.99. There's my stop loss 125.50. Take profit, 127, current price, and my current profit or loss. So that's how I would buy immediately. I'm going to close this trade by hitting the X button, and we'll talk a little bit more about closing, and I'm going to hit that yellow close button. I'm now out of the trade at market. If, on the other hand, I say, well, actually, I think that the Euro Yen is going to go down, I can hit the sell button, right? And that is going to put me in a sell or short position. But once again, I'm just going up here to new order, and I can hit sell by market and hit OK. Now, in this case, I did not put a stop loss in or a profit target, so I've just got this trade on. You can see it down here now. You can see the date, and this is a sell, and there's the size and the Euro Yen and the price I got in at. And whereas on the last one where I put in the stop loss and the profit target on their own, on this one I did not put it in. So you can see stop loss and TP, which is take profit, is empty. So if I want to put a stop loss and a profit target, I can do it one of two ways. I can just double click right under stop loss here, and that's going to bring up this box where I can put in the stop loss price and the profit target price. Or I can right click and go to modify or delete. It's just going to bring up the same box. It's the same way of getting there. Or another way you can do it is you can actually just go, this says sell 0.10. If I put my cursor over there, see the little up and down arrow that says drag to modify? I can drag that up. Since this is a sell position, I'd put my stop loss higher, and I would hit modify. And I would drag and put my take profit lower, and hit modify. And that's an easy way of saying, here's a visual place that I want my stop loss, and a visual place that I want my profit target. So I could say, this is where I want to have it going, this is what I want, and so on. One thing when you do it this way, you can see when I drag this, watch over here. This is going to show numbers. It's going to say, okay, if you put your profit target there, I'm going to get out with $75.94 or 78 pips. It says 787, but the last one's like a really small portion of a pip, so I don't even look at it. So it's really a 78 pip run. So wherever I move that, that's going to tell me the dollar amount and how many pips that is. And whenever I let that go, it's going to pull this up and say, okay, there's your new profit target. I have to hit the modify button to set that into place. So there we have it. So that is how I adjust my trades. Now, if I want to get out of this trade, you can do what I did right here, which is click the X button, and that will pull up your close order box. Or you can also right click anywhere on the trade and hit close order. So I can do that as well. And if I close the order, that's going to be at market. We're always closing orders at market, or else we're waiting for a stop loss to get hit or a profit target to get hit. But if I close order right there, the trade is gone. It's adios. There is nothing left right there. If I go to my account history, we can see the 2 practice trades that we did right there and the overall result and so on. So that is how we put a trade on. So just to kind of recap, we go to new order, and this is market orders. In the next video, we're going to talk about limit orders and pending orders and so on. But in this order, in this situation here, we're just doing market orders. And if we buy by market, that puts us in immediately for a buy trade at market. If I sell by market, that'll put me in immediately at market for a sell. I can put my stop loss and my profit target in beforehand, or I can just get in at market and go to the trade tab at the bottom, right click, go to modify or delete, and change or add a stop loss at that point. So I can add a stop loss at the time of entry and a profit target, or I can add a stop loss and profit target immediately after getting in, or whenever I want afterwards. Doesn't matter. We can do it any way we want. So that is how we execute an order. Now, very important, there are multiple order types on Metatrader. We need to know what those are. So in the next video, we're going to talk about multiple order types and the different kinds of orders that we're going to use. I hope that's helpful. Thanks a bunch, everybody. Good luck, and thanks for watching.